Okay, let's move ahead without wasting much of time. Let me give you the brief idea about what we had done in the last session, my friends. We were there into capital budgeting techniques, yes or no? In the capital budgeting technique, first of all, the payback period was discussed. After the payback period, we had also seen the limitations and some advantages of the payback period. Then from the limitations of the payback period, we went to the net present value, yes or no? The net present value, few questions we had taken. Today, we will explore one more method, that is accounting rate of return, often denoted by ARR. My friends, as the name itself suggests, the focus is on the accounting term rather than the finance, yes or no? Sir, how? Let's go to the formula of it first so that we'll be able to identify it in a better way. Equals to average profit after tax to be divided by average book value of investments. And once we multiply that with 100, we get the answer in percentage, my friend, yes or no? So in numerator, we have got the average profit after tax. Profit after tax is certainly different from the cash flows, yes or no? Profit is more of an accounting term. Cash flow is more of a finance term. Profit includes the non-cash expenditure like the depreciation, amortization expense. कभी किसी ने डेप्रिसिएशन का पैसा मांगा है किससे में से? लाओ तो भाई 2 लाख रुपए डेप्रिसिएशन के जरा से देने हैं. It's a non-cash expenditure, yes or no? Because the value of the asset is been losing over a period of time, we charge a depreciation on it. It includes the non-cash incomes too, yes or no? Like say you have recorded the sales right now of 2 lakhs rupees, but out of the 2 lakhs rupees of sales, only 1,50,000 rupees of sales was done in a cash basis. For rest 50,000 rupees, we had recorded the debtors, yes or no? Now debtors, have we received the money yet from them? But still we record it as a sales. Incomes are been recorded. It includes the non-cash incomes. It does not include the payment which are not belonging to that period. Say if we are making the payment for the upcoming year, we regard it as a prepaid expense in the balance sheet, yes or no? We do not charge it as an expense in the profits. Am I sounding clear? Acha, some expenditure that is yet to be paid, but we have recorded in the profit and loss account in the form of outstanding expenditure. Say the salaries of the employees are yet to be paid. We record it as an outstanding salaries, but that expenditure is to be booked because that salary is belonging to this period. Yet not paid, but we have recorded it. Hence, the cash inflow, actual cash inflow and outflow is quite different from the profit. That is proved. The only one capital budgeting technique that is focusing on the profits rather than the cash flows is the accounting rate of return. Here the focus is on the profit rather than cash flows. Till now, all the capital budgeting techniques we have discussed were focusing more extensively on the cash flows. Am I sounding clear? In the net present value, it was the cash inflow minus cash outflow present value. In the profitability index, which was quite similar to the net present value. Payback period was also about the cash flows, yes or no? That in how many number of years we are able to recover back our investment. The only method focusing over here on the profit is the accounting rate of return. That has been also specified by the name itself, accounting rate of return. Hai ke nahi? Acha. Sir, this gives the answer in percentage, unlike any other capital budgeting technique we have discussed till now. NPV was giving the answer in the absolute amount. Profitability index was giving the answer in the ratio form. Payback period was giving the answer in the time period. The only method we are right now studying, that is the ARR, that gives us the answer in percentage. There is one more technique which is IRR. We'll discuss it later on. लेकिन ये आंसर किस में देती है? परसेंटेज में देती है. चलो जाते हैं भैया, पहले क्वेश्चन को अच्छी तरीके से रीड करते हैं. हाफ टास्क विल बी डन ओवर देयर ओनली. पढ़िए अच्छी तरीके से. CA Reena Malhotra wants to invest in one project proposal made by Maddy Limited. Being a CA, she is very much inclined towards the accountancy. Nothing to be wondering about. CA वाले accounting, audit, taxation उसमें ही रहते हैं कि नहीं? She has collected the following information for the project. Yes, she would have done some research of her own. Some information has been received by her. Profit after tax for upcoming 6 years. 14 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and up to 17 lakhs in year number 6. She has also given us the idea about the non-cash expenditure, non-cash income, sorry. Now, what can be a non-cash income? Say the sales done on the credit basis. It's a non-cash income. You record it as a sales, but you haven't received the cash yet. Am I sounding clear? The initial investment is how much? 50 lakhs rupees. Depreciation charged at 8% on WDV basis. Return down value basis पे depreciation charge करना है. सर ये कैसे करेंगे? कोई बात नहीं, देखेंगे आगे आगे होता क्या है. On the request of CA Reena, you are required to calculate the accounting rate of return of this project, simple as well as the weighted average. तो ये वाला जो एवरेज होगा ना, वो सिंपल भी हो सकता है, वेटेड भी हो सकता है. हम देखेंगे दोनों का कैलकुलेशन कैसे करना है. अब ये तो हो गई रीना की बात. लेकिन मेडी भाई साहब की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट है? हम बोले कोई बात नहीं, हमको ऐसे जेंडर बायस्ड व्यक्ति नहीं है, आपका भी रिक्वायरमेंट सेटिस्फाई करेंगे. बीइंग एन MBA, Mr. Maddy, who is the MD of the Maddy Limited, also wants to know the NPV of the project at 17% required rate of return. ये भाई साहब की एक्सपेक्टेशन क्लियर है. बोला मेरे को कोई अकाउंटिंग से कोई लेना देना है नहीं, मेरे को तो 17% रिटर्न चाहिए. ये मेरे को दे रहा है कि नहीं दे रहा है भैया, ये फाइंड करके दे बताओ. तो उसके लिए हम क्या फाइंड करेंगे? एनपीवी फाइंड कर लेंगे. चाहते हैं पार्ट नंबर 1 में सिंपल एवरेज फाइंड करते हैं. ARR पार्ट 1, ARR with simple average. What's there in the numerator, my friends? Mr. Kaushal, it's the average PAT. Yes or no? Sir, PAT is anyway straight away given to us. We'll have to just find the average of it. Am I sounding clear? How do we find the average? Total of all 6 divided by 6. Some people also find the ARR on a yearly basis. So in one of the suggested answers of the CF examination, IPCC, one ARR question was asked. In that suggested answer, they had given the ARR from 2 perspectives. One was the average for the entire project. Another one was on year-to-year basis. So say for the year number 1, the ARR would be different. For year number 2, ARR would be different. For year number 2, you find the profit after tax divided by the book value of the year number 2. For year number 3, you find it like the profit after tax of the year 3 divided by the book value of year 3 of the investment. Am I sounding clear? So it may be found on the year-to-year basis, or you may find the average as well. We will follow the average basis. So total पहले कितना है? 14. First we find the PAT average. कोई मुझे बताएगा 14 के बाद क्या है? 14 plus 12, then 10 lakhs 50. Next one 11-25. Then we have got 12-15, my friends. and the last one will be 70 लाख. हिंदी में 70 अलग होते हैं. Divided by 6. What do we get average PAT? Will someone find it? 1281,666.67. अगर पॉइंट को नहीं लेते तो भी कोई आंसर में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, बट टू हैव द मोर एक्यूरेट आंसर विल टेक द पॉइंट्स अप टू 2 decimal places. अच्छा, यहाँ पे तो 6 ही है. ओके फाइन. सो PAT हमारा आया एवरेज. हमें नीचे क्या चाहिए अब फॉर्मूला में? एवरेज बुक वैल्यू ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. अब ये तो चेंज होती रहेगी, है कि नहीं? हर साल डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ज होगा, हर साल बुक वैल्यू चेंज होगी, डेप्रिसिएशन भी चेंज होता जाएगा हर साल, क्योंकि दिस डेप्रिसिएशन इज ऑन द WDV बेसिस. सर कैसे फाइंड करते थे WDV वाला? नथिंग टू बी वरीड अबाउट. मैं हूं ना. वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1. पहले हमारा आ जाएगा इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट. दिस इज द फिक्स्ड asset investment we are making in the project. How much? 50 lakhs. Sounding clear? From that we reduce the depreciation of the first year. So what do we get? Minus depreciation of first year, friends. Depreciation is what percentage of the WDV? Line number 2 after a table. 8% of the WDV. So 8% of 50 lakhs will be how much? 4 lakh, yes or no? So we get 46 lakh. That will be book value at the end of first year. Now the next 8% will be on 46 lakhs. Clear hai? So minus, because that's what the WDV mean, no? Written down value. We find the depreciation on the written down value. Depreciation of second year. That will again be 8% of 46 lakh. What do we get? Will someone tell me? 368. Very nice, Mr. Kaushal. We get BV at the end of second year. 46 minus 368. 42 minus depreciation. Such a mechanical task we have now. Let's do it. Let's go on and on and on. Depreciation of third year. Eight percentage of 42, 32. 338560. बट आप आज थोड़ा सा जल्दी कीजिएगा क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन बहुत बड़ा है, समय लगेगा सॉल्व करने में. आज थोड़ी सी स्पीड रखिए. सो वी गेट द BV एट द एंड ऑफ थर्ड ईयर माइनस डेप्रिसिएशन ऑफ फोर्थ ईयर. सो BV कितना आता है पहले तो? 3893,440. On that we again charge the depreciation at 8%. 475 पॉइंट नहीं लेते हैं पॉइंट को, फिर कंफ्यूज होंगे हम ज्यादा. So we get the BV at fourth year. बीवी का वैल्यू कम होता जाता है. That's what the phenomenon we observe in the marriage. शुरू शुरू में कितना वैल्यू होता है, फिर कोई कोई जवाब भी नहीं देता. आगे 81,900 ने 62. मैंने कुछ किया इसको. Okay, you keep doing it up to 6 years. कितना है 35 8164. पॉइंट को इग्नोर ही कर देते हैं. माइनस बीवी ऑफ 5th ईयर. नहीं बीवी नहीं भाई, डेप्रिसिएशन ऑफ 5th ईयर. डेप्रिसिएशन की जरूरत पड़ेगी आगे. 2,86,557. एक ही साल बाकी रह जाता है, तो वी गेट द बीवी एट 5th ईयर. हाउ मच? 32,95,408. Now minus depreciation of 6th year. I hope everyone is getting it. So we get the BV at 6th year. पहले डेप्रिसिएशन तो देते मेरे को. $650. Okay, you reduce that, it becomes the BV of the 6th year. BV stands for the book value, not anything else. कितना? 331,775. Okay, a mother tongue influence will anyway be there, no? Mr. Meg is also giving the answers from there. Very nice, very nice. So we have got the BV over there for all the 6 years. We'll have to just find the average of it. Yes or no? सबकी BV को इकट्ठा करो और एवरेज फाइंड करो. एवरेज BV इक्वल्स टू, अच्छा फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड से लेनी है सब कुछ. कितना है बताइए? 46 लाख होगा ना. 46 लाख के बाद क्या आता है दूसरे साल का बीवी? 42, 32. then 38 93 440. Next one. बत्रीस पंचाणु 408. And the last one is 3. See the profit you get at the end of the year. Hence, the book value should also be taken for the end of the year so that they become comparable. Yes or no? You should not take the 50 lakhs rupees right at the initial cost. That should not be included in the average. What do we get? Divided by 6 to be done, right? कुछ गलती कर रही है, देख लें. अच्छा 400.31. ठीक है 431.33. सो अब तो एच एच है, क्या है हलवा PAT, but this is the simple average, huh? Will be ARR simple will be PAT average divided by book value average. So PAT average कितना आया भैया? 12 लाख. And the last one BV we have got is 3772,431.33. You may comfortably ignore this decimal, that's okay. It won't be changing our percentage answer much. And you multiply this with 100, you get the answer in percentage. It's a simple average, not the weighted average. कितना आता है 97%. क्लियर है सबका? आया? आगे बढ़े, अभी तक कोई भी डाउट नहीं है? अच्छा अब सर वेटेड एवरेज फाइंड करना है. नाउ व्हाई द वेटेड एवरेज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज रिक्वायर्ड? व्हाट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ इट? Say if I tell you that I want to find the average between 2 and 4, then it is to be divided by 2. So it will be how much? 3. Yes or no? Now I can slightly modify this equation like this: 2 divided by 2 plus 4 divided by 2. I can slightly modify it like 2 multiplied by 1 divided by 2 plus 4 multiplied by 1 divided by 2. So what I have given is, I have given the equal weight of 1 divided by 2 to both the entries. If the average will be say for 3, that means I have given the equal weight to everyone. That means everyone is holding the same importance in my average. But sometimes what matters more to me is that what has happened in the last few years, that will be influencing my ARR more than what happened way too back, you know. If you want to give the more importance to the recent things, you find the weighted average. You allocate the weight, you allocate the relative importance. Weight generally means the importance you give to that. We will give the more weight to the things that has happened recently in comparison to the things that has happened way back in past. Am I sounding clear? Now sir, how can we do it? We do not want to give the equal weight to everyone. Equality is sometimes a discrimination, you know. Some people will be like, equality is a discrimination. Yes. You cannot have 4 rotis allocated even to 4-year-old, 12-year-old एंड 18-year-old. 4 ईयर वाला है उसके लिए 4 रोटीज बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, 18 वाले के लिए कम होगी, 12 वाले को मज़ा है. तो इक्वालिटी is a discrimination. Everyone should be given, something on the basis of what contribution they are making or what their need is. Okay, let's go. And part number 2, sir, what we are supposed to do straight away, this you will have to prepare horizontally, vertically nahi aayega. Serial number, just write the PAT as it is, then write the book values, then we'll see what to do. Mechanical task 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. PAT हर साल के लिख लेते हैं बेटा, दिया हुआ ही है. कितना है सब शुरू करते हैं. 14, then 12, then 10 50, then 11 25, then 12 15, and the last one is 17, right? Let's write the book values as it is. There will be 7 to 8 columns, so please prepare the table accordingly in the horizontal format. Book value starting from the first one, Mr. Kaushan. 46, then 42, 32, 38, 93, 443. Next one. Okay, next one. Good. 32, 95, 408. Good. And the last one. 700 ne? Okay. Now there will be a column of weight. We generally give the weight in the ascending order. If we want to give the more importance to what has happened recently, then we give the weight in ascending order. If we want to give the more weight to something happened way long in past, then we will start with the descending order. So how do we generally give the weight? We give it in 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's write 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. It is basically conveying you the relative importance held by them. Now the next step will be, we will be multiplying the profit after tax and weight. Let's find the total of weight as well. I guess 2 ને 3 ને 3 6 ને 4 10 ને 15 ને 21 21 it will be. So PAT multiplied by weight, it's quite simple. 14 multiplied by 1, what do we get? 14 as it is. 12 multiplied by 2 will be 24 lakhs. 10 15 50 multiplied by 3 will be 31 50. 11 25 multiplied by 4 will be 41 नहीं 45. 11 ચોક 44 ને બીજો 1 લાખ એટલે 45. નાઇસ. Then 12 15 multiplied by 5, 12 पंचा 60, 15 पंचा 75, 60 75. 17 छक 102, so it will be 1 crore and 2 lakhs in the last one. Let's find the total of this. जितने भी PAT है, वेट फाइंड किया है, मल्टीप्लाई किया, उसका टोटल. 277 000. Now we will find the weighted average of the PAT. So weighted average of PAT equals to this 277.25 divided by the total of weights, that is 21. Let's see what do we get. तेर 20 200 ने 38. ठीक है, पॉइंट नहीं गिनेगा तो चले, बराबर છે विधि. Shall I proceed further? One more column will be there. जैसा अब now you can identify a pattern, no? BV कैसे find करेंगे? BV कैसे find करेंगे? Weighted वाली. BV into weight, as simple as that. Yes or no? कोई बोलेगा शादी.com. नहीं. Yes, this one is the last. BV multiplied by weight. इसलिए बोला ना horizontally करना. 46 multiplied by 1, so it will be 46. 42, 32 multiplied by 2. What do we get? 8464,000. Then this 3893 440 multiplied by 3. 1168,320. Good. Moving to the fourth one. 1432,860. Very nice. Next one. Very nice. And the last one. इसका टोटल करने की जरूरत है क्या? नहीं है. कैसे मिलेगा तो फिर वेटेड बीवी? सेवन थ्री सेवन थ्री 870. Nice. Now we'll find the weighted book value. Yes or no? Weighted average of the book value. Weighted average of book value equals to 73739,870 divided by 21. कोई लोग यहाँ पे 6 कर देते हैं. बोलो इतना मस्त करके डिवाइड बाय 6. 1142. ठीक है. 422. अब तो एच है. पीएटी वेटेड वाला डिवाइडेड बाय बुक वैल्यू वेटेड वाला, तो हमें क्या मिलता है? अकाउंटिंग रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. कौन सी एवरेज वाला? वेटेड एवरेज वाला. अच्छा, दूसरी बात, अगर एग्जामिनेशन में बताया है कि वेटेड एवरेज फाइंड करना है तो ही करना है, अदरवाइज सिंपल वाला ही करना है. क्लियर है? What do we get? 660, लेकिन हमारी अधूरी, हम जेंडर बायस लोग रीना की बात सुनेंगे तो फिर मेडी की बात भी सुनेंगे। चाहते हैं मेडी भाई साहब की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, देखते हैं भैया जरा सा। Being in MBA, Mr. Mehdi, who is the MD of the Mehdi Limited, also wants to know the NPV of the project at 17% required rate of return. Now for NPV, we require the cash flows. So we need to find the cash flows from the profit after tax. There is a hint given over there in the question itself. Can someone tell me what we'll have to do? Profit mathi non-cash income kadi nakhwani. That is what the suggestion I am receiving. Is everyone there with this suggestion? See, profit includes some incomes, yes or no? If it is non-cash in nature, we should exclude that income so that it will be only the cash income. Am I sounding clear? There is one expenditure as well. If you can guess it, depreciation. Profit includes the depreciation too. Depreciation should be added back to get the cash inflows. Am I sounding clear? नहीं, चलो समझाता हूं। चलो ये है तुम्हारी कैश इनकम, समझ में आया? उस कैश इनकम में से आपने अपने नॉन कैश इनकम को भी ऐड कर दी। कैश इनकम में आपने क्या ऐड कर दिया? नॉन कैश इनकम। तो ये आपकी क्या हो गई? टोटल इनकम। उसमें से आपने डेप्रिसिएशन लेस कर दिया, तो ये आपका क्या हो गया? प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स। एम आई साउंडिंग क्लियर? अब ये प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स है कि आफ्टर टैक्स है? समझ लो आफ्टर टैक्स ही गिन लेते हैं, टैक्स वैक्स भी निकाल दिया। अब इफ आई हैव दिस मनी, दिस वैल्यू, tax amount is anyway not given to us, no such percentage of taxation is given. So what I do, if I want to reach over there in this cash income, no, then I'll do the ulta. That means this minus will be plus and income will be minus. So that's why you should add back the depreciation and you should reduce the non-cash income. So you reach to this cash income. Am I sounding clear? तो क्या करेंगे अपन, एक और टेबल बनाएंगे। मालूम है ना, एनपीवी आपको ही फाइंड करना है, मैं सिर्फ डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर तक पहुंचा दूं तो फिर आपकी गाड़ी चलती रहे। पार्ट नंबर 3, फर्स्ट इज सीरियल नंबर, देन देयर इज पीएटी, देन देयर इज नॉन कैश इनकम। Again, you will be preparing it horizontally. Then you will write the depreciation money amount. Then you will find the cash inflow. Say if I'm denoting the PAT as A, non-cash income as B, and depreciation as C, then cash inflow will be what? A minus B plus C. That will be my cash inflow. I am finding the present value of the cash inflow first, and then we will find the present value of cash outflow. Clear hai? Now if I want to find the present value of it, I need to discount it with some rate. So I need to find the discounting factor at what percentage? Why 17? In the last requirement, it's been explicitly mentioned by Mr. Mehdi that his required rate of return is how much, Ms. Archana? 17%. Yes or no? Last requirement question में दिया हुआ है, देख लो। If that is multiplied with the cash inflow, what do we get? Present value. So let's write as it is PAT, non-cash and everything for all these years. PAT कितना है बताइए फिर से? 14 बार। सर कितना मैकेनिकल करवाते हो? एक क्वेश्चन तो 16 मार्क का आ जाएगा। फिर लास्ट वन 17। नॉन कैश इनकम को भी सीधा सीधा पेस्ट कर देंगे, गिवन टू अस राइट देयर इन द क्वेश्चन इटसेल्फ। 50, धीरे धीरे बेटा, 35, 45। You people are going in the bullet train, but sir's pen is in the bullock cart. 80 के बाद अब डेप्रिसिएशन का अमाउंट तो वो शेड्यूल में से मिल जाएगा। We have prepared a schedule, no? From the first year, 4 lakhs. Then 368, 560, good. Next one, 557, and the last one, 32, कोई बात नहीं चलेगा। सो कैश इनफ्लोज में आपको 14 minus 50 plus 4 करना है, and the same thing you will follow for all these years. You will get the cash inflows. अच्छा, let's focus here. Now you will be doing that in your homework. You know how to find the discounting factor. Do I need to repeat this? At 17%. Now you will keep on finding the PV for all these 6 years. Once you get it for all the 6 years, let's have a total of this. It will be regarded as PV CI. Now let's go to the question carefully and read that what is the outflow. Say regarding the outflow, we have only one detail, that is initial investment of 50 lakhs rupees. Check it out. Now it's been explicitly mentioned it is initial investment, hence it is present value only. So you won't have to find the present value schedule and do all these calculations for the outflow. Outflow will be straight away taken as 50 lakhs because it's the present value only. Name itself is suggesting us that it's the initial investment. Hence, it is the present value only. So whatever the amount you are finding for PVCI, deduct from there the PVC of 50 lakhs, and if that NPV turns out to be positive, you will accept the project at 17% rate, and if that amount turns out to be negative, you will reject the project. Am I sounding clear? Surely? Will you be able to do it in your homework? पक्का? So next lecture में मैं पूछूं तो आपके पास आंसर होगा? Thank you so much. If you have any queries or question, you may let me know. Else you may disperse from the session. Please put your enrollment number as a mark of your attendance. That's it from my side. If you have any queries left, I am here to answer you.